Kenya, that Kenya has taken a positive note to incorporate environmental conservation into their daily lives. And of course, Kenya has declared that every November 13 will be observed as a National Tree Growing Day. Such an amazing step. And of course, the Kenyan government has declared that Monday will be a special holiday in which people nationwide will be expected to plant trees to help with the country's land restoration effort. Kithure Kindiki, Cabinet Secretary for the Interior and Administration of National Government in Kenya, made the announcement in a post on Monday in which he wrote, in quote, "The public across the country shall be expected to plant trees as a patriotic contribution to the national efforts to save our country from the devastating effects of climate change." And of course, the exercise will form part of Kenya's landscape and ecosystem restoration program, which aims to grow and nurture 15 billion trees by 2032 to restore and conserve 10.6 million hectares of degraded landscapes and ecosystems, according to the notice. And of course, as from this year, every November 13, we will receive a special holiday where Kenyans will engage in planting trees. Such a bold step from Kenya over there, and we hope that other African countries emulate what has been done over there by our Kenyan brothers and sisters. And as we continue, we hope that Cameroon too will take on such endeavors, and why not we can have national cleanup campaigns day, national forestry day, and things like that. Thank you very much for still staying glued to High Television. We'll take on a jingle break. When we come back, we'll introduce to you our guest for today. She is comfortably seated right here in the confines of High Television, waiting for the right moment that I introduce her so she can pour out the knowledge that she has to help us, you and I, save the environment and keep safe from every environmental hazard. Ladies and gentlemen, she is a climate change practitioner and the co-founder of Kwa for Change Solutions, and she's just coming back from Ghana, where she participated in the yearly Climate Tech Innovators for Central Africa, if I'm not mistaken, and she goes by name Motia Felicia. Good afternoon to you, Felicia.
Thank you very much, Madam Javi. It's a pleasure hosting me at Voice Corner.
It's
Nature's Voice.
Nature's Corner, yes.
Nature's Corner.
It is a pleasure hosting you too. How's Ghana when you went there?
Ghana is, that's what I would say, is inspirational and motivating. When you go somewhere and you see how other people are taking action to better adapt and mitigate to the devastating climate change, then it is a call for concern. While in Ghana, I learned a lot, and during this program, I hope to share much.
Of course, indeed, we hope to learn from you too as well. Just a quick aside before we go into the topic of conversation today. I can see Ghana written all over you. What did you bring for us from Ghana?
I've come with a lot of opportunity.
Aha!
And I've come with a lot of awards. Can you imagine that I'm coming back in Cameroon as a... You shine for everyone. So okay. I'm a star to everyone. I've come with opportunities, and that is why I'm here on Nature's Corner to dish. So I'm a star and I'm a opportunist.
We have a star there. We have a star here in the house. Maybe next program will be in the moon, and why not? So we can even bring the sun. All right, so we'll go straight now into the topic of conversation today. We're talking about youth and climate action, harnessing youth creativity, energy, and leadership. Just before we go into exploring how we can harness the creativity, energy, and leadership of youth, I think first the audience would love to understand what climate change is all about. Just briefly highlight to the public who may be watching right now, what is the concept of climate change and how does it affect us as human beings?
Yeah, when we talk of climate change to a layman understanding, climate change is a shift in temperature and weather pattern that is having extreme. I will talk with example. At first in Boya, the temperature was very favorable, but now we witness a lot of heat. We now witness flood, drought in the far north. So climate change is a long-term shift in temperature and weather pattern.
And how does it affect us? Maybe agricultural wise, environmental wise.
Good. Climate change have affected human in so many ways, naturally and physically. Climate change have affected us in the agricultural sector. Like I said, we have drought in the north, which have made farmers to have low output. What talk of now we have the temperature, too much temperature. Now we don't no more have our rain as expected. Like today, we're having rainfall. Just imagine we're in the month
In
of
November.
We are having rainfall, and can you imagine that on Tuesday we're having serious rainfall, and around Bokwai we have that mountain that water that usually leave the mountain and come down. We experience it. That is how climate change has affected agriculture. It has affected agriculture because farmers can no more cultivate in their normal seasons again. On our health issue, like I talk of high temperature. When the temperature is high, you know that there is bound to mosquito.
Yeah.
Mosquito dwells where there is high temperature. And when mosquito dwell, what do we expect?
Malaria.
And when there is malaria, people sick. And when people sick, you know, of poverty and all the like. So that is how it affects our health. Then we also have heat waves. When there is heat waves, mostly aged people, it affects their respiratory system. And when it affects their respiratory system, that's how we experience mortality rate, high level of death. So it also affects our health, and also it affects our social aspects. When I talk of social aspects, I talk of poverty.
Okay.
Just imagine that I'm a farmer, I will struggle and I will cultivate my crop, and I'm expecting rainfall and there is too much sunshine. Normally I'll have a low output, and it will affect me. I'll have poverty, and there is hunger. They say a hungry man is an angry man, and the rate at which our population is increasing, we need to have a lot of food. But because of the changing temperature, we cannot have high yield, and due to that, farmers tend to use synthetic fertilizer, tend to use chemicals, which is in the long run still affect our environment. We still have other way that climate change affects us. Climate change also affects us in relation to pollution.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking, when I talk of pollution, I talk of water pollution. When there is flood like that, it carries all the waste. And where does it take it to? It takes it to the water bodies. And also, when I talk of the water bodies, we have high level of sea tides. And when there is this high level of sea tide, there is flooding. And when there is flood, that's how we have spread of diseases like cholera. So climate change really affects us in all dimensions, in all sectors: health, social, agriculture. But the agricultural sector is really, really affected.
Yes, and I think that is where you are based to bring innovations to foster agricultural yield at the same time while fighting climate change. Of course, Jabi gets into that. But at this very moment, dear viewers, Felicia is just making us to know that it is not a vague topic. It affects you and I in almost every dimension, from agricultural, health, and of course, even when it comes to our daily lifestyles. And then now we want to ask the question, what can we do about this particular situation? When I was crafting the topic, Felicia, I crafted it youth and climate action. And then I was thinking maybe it may be a big word for the population to understand. But I said to myself, no, I have an environmental expert, I have a climate change practitioner with us who better explain to the public what climate actions are and the different kinds of climate actions.
Yeah, youth need to take action, and youth needs to act now. When I talk of taking action, you act now. Like the Climate Tech Innovators program that I went to, we are young people. Do you know that out of the world's population, mostly in Africa, 70% is made up of the youth?
Of course.
And if the youth are having 70%, it means that we have the energy, we have the creativity, we have the innovation. We need to take action. When we take action, the impact will be felt more.
Okay, so how can youth then take action? How can they join this? A youth may be watching us now and wondering, how do I join this fight?
Good. The first step I would like that our young people should take is communication. Communication is key. What you hear every day is what will transform you. Young people should make use of our social media. You go on TikTok, you'll be watching but video, you waste your data and watching but video that will not impact you in any way. But why cannot you see how? You do documentaries on your environment, you see what is happening, you can still take documentary and you post
Even
it
with your
online.
phone.
Even with your phone. Why can you not have some tips like someone like me? I have my Facebook page that I do my education, my sensitization on how we can mitigate and adapt to climate change. So young people should make use of our social media. That is where I say you can operate in an empty. You must not have an office, you must not create an NGO, but why not just create a Facebook page? You are uploading videos where you are educating people, sensitizing people on how we can address this climate crisis. The Mother Earth is crying.
Okay.
And young people need to take action. You know that everybody is on social media. Everybody.
Yeah, almost everybody.
Let me say almost everybody is on social media. And when you take your idea, you take your work into social media, you will make a lot of impact. So young people should see how they do more communication on social media.
Okay, let's try to go off social media a little bit. Let's look at maybe those who do not have phones, do not have mobile phones or access to social media.
Yeah, young people also should see how they make use of our younger ones who are in primary school and secondary school and create environmental club. In my days, we used to have environmental club, but now they are no more there. You, that young person, just see how you have a session that you are going to school, you do sensitization in schools, you create environmental club, that you are educating the young ones on how they can plant trees, on how they can manage their waste. I'm sure when you are doing that, you are impacting your community and you are taking action.
Just as I was coming to anchor this program, I passed by Bridge and a group of students, Felicia, and one of them had a plastic paper in her hands, and she threw the plastic paper over the bridge to the water, the stream that was passing by. And the friend asked her, "What are you doing? Why would you throw that plastic inside there?" And she said, "Don't worry about it. The water will carry it away, so it will not stay there."
Sorry, you are saying that the water will carry it away. There are aquatic animals living in those streams, and when you drop those waste like that, it means with them we want to do fishing, we'll be catching but plastics
And not fish.
Yes, and not fish. And there are some species that we will not find, because when you throw those plastics, that's how we go and junk into the oceans, and it will cause a lot of flood. So the person may be doing that not knowing, but I will encourage people, learn to manage your waste. And
So,
it may interest you to know that people think that rapun, like the rapun, is a waste. It's not a waste.
Okay.
You can recycle it.
Of
When you
course.
recycle your waste, you make use of it. We have David Kamara from Sierra Leone. He is using plastic waste to produce ties.
Oh wow.
So you that you are trained that you are trained on money, you are not trained on waste. If you know how you can use that plastic to recycle it and make it as ties, then you will not throw it.
So now this is the question I want to ask. To the girl who may be watching us now, or maybe she may not be watching, or to every other young person out there who believes in just disposing dirt improperly, or who believe that maybe we don't have anything to benefit from nature, or is unaware of some of the things in which we can do to harm nature or to make the nature go into extinction, what will you tell the youth out there who may think within that particular perspective?
What I would tell them is that we should make use of our waste. There is nothing like waste. There is nothing like waste. You that you are thinking on how you want to make money, you can still pick the plastics around and make the ties I'm talking of. Let's just be innovative. And also, I would like to talk with example. Do you know that you can take cassava peelings to produce briquettes?
Oh, I'm lost
Wow.
here.
So I'm sure you that you are watching me now, you are moved. You that you are peeling your cassava and you are throwing it, you are throwing the
This
peelings.
cassava peelings.
These cassava peelings, you use it and make briquettes. When I talk of briquette, I'm talking of charcoal. The charcoal that is very heat. When you use it to prepare food, it's having a lot of heat. The heat temperature is even high, more than the normal charcoal. So you are thinking that it's a waste. You that you are peeling your cocoyam, you throw it. It's not a waste. Take it and put it under your plantain. It will serve as manure. So even if you don't want to take it as a business, you have your garden around, see how you make use of it. So all I would like to tell young people is that let's see how we make our waste useful. They are not waste if we recycle it. And let's learn to manage it. Let's not be using it to pollute the environment. Ask yourself now that tomorrow your children will come and they'll be hearing of a certain aquatic animal,
and it's no longer in
yes,
existence.
there is no longer in existence because of what? You take a rapper and you trade in a stream, and when they actually said no, the water will carry, and carry it where?
Not even go far. I think just in class the other day, professor was talking about a certain animal that used to be in existence. It was bigger than an elephant. It was called a mammoth.
Yeah.
That is why people usually say a mammoth crowd is in a metaphor using the elephant. So, and that mammoth is no longer in existence. And now we see the elephant, but maybe there was something bigger than the elephant, and we no longer see it.
Yeah, because of our human action. All these things were there, all these animals were there, but because of our human action, it has made them now to be in extreme. Because like I talk about the temperature, Madam Jabi, what you need to know is that if the temperature keeps increasing, there are some animals that they cannot do well in some certain
temperatures. Yeah.
They will be forced to migrate, and in the course of migrating, that's how they will die, and their species will no more be in existence. What we need to do is to see how we can better adapt to this climate change so that we ourselves will enjoy, our future generation will come and also enjoy. If you are somebody that is responsible enough for this generation and the future generation, then you have to be very sensitive towards climate change. Climate change is real.
Yes, climate change is real, and just as what Felicia was saying, I just read a report some few days back where some scientists were talking about the cheetah. That the cheetah mostly hunt during the day, but now due to change in global temperatures, it's becoming too hot, and which may force them now to hunt towards maybe dawn, which instead now gives them it makes them stand at risk against predators, and the cheetah that is already having a small population may go into extinction due to climate change. And all of these animals, they have the roles to play in our society. But let me come back to you, Felicia. You've mentioned youth taking actions like documentary filmmaking using their social media platforms, and equally getting involved into maybe recycling and proper waste management. But aside these things, what other, or does anything come again to your mind to tell our youth who are watching how they can join the fight against climate change?
Yes, why not? There are more to do. Young people should see how they attend conferences and seminars. They should see how when they see opportunity, mostly international opportunity, they should apply. Because somebody like me, I was limiting myself only into agriculture, but why I had to apply for the Yali Tech program. I went to Ghana and I have other African youths who are working to climate change. I had to discover other innovative way on how we can address it. So I encourage young people to see how when they see opportunities, either national, international, see how you apply on it. When you hear conferences on climate change, see how you apply on it. And also, if you are to vote a leader, be sensitive enough to vote a leader that is working on climate change.
Okay.
That is your own way. If you have
contributing politically.
Politically, if you have a leader that you see that is working on climate change, or say you can better our environment, then cast your vote on somebody like that. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Felicia. And now one question comes to my mind that youths may want to join in, but sometimes they're not empowered. They don't have the capacity to join and fight the climate change. Or to those who are already engaging in climate change, but lack resources or feel incapacitated. Now, to maybe the necessary stakeholders watching, how will you tell them, or what will you tell them they can do to empower these youths who are taking interest into climate change activities, and to even inspire others to join the poll?
Yeah, my young people, if you have that zeal to serve, if you have that zeal to learn, then be ready to serve. When I say be ready to serve, is that learn to see how you can volunteer. Learn to see how you can look at an organization that is working on climate change, like Unkwa for Change Solution. We have 2 projects that we are working on climate change. We have the Mangrove project and we have the Regenerative Agriculture project. Why not come there and say, sir, I would like to volunteer on this project? In the course of you volunteering, you will learn a lot. You will learn a lot. So young people should see how they volunteer in organization, in certain organizations, so they will learn some of those skills, those knowledge professionally, and they will build themselves and grow well. And also, why not write fundings? Learn to write proposals and submit it. When you write proposal and submit it, then they can also fund it, and that's how you kickstart. Always start from small by what? Serving. When you start to serve people, that's how you grow. So I encourage young people to see how they serve the organization that they find themselves around that are working on climate change.
All right, thank you very much, Felicia. Dear televiewers, You're still on to Nature's Corner, a program that is aired every Thursday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. on High Television. And we come here every Thursday to ensure that we talk about nature preservation and promotion to preserve our natural resources so the children after us can still come and use what we have been enjoying, because the people before us left some for us to enjoy as well. And this is equally to showcase that it is not a one-sided relationship, that it is not only us protecting or it is not only us talking about climate change every day, but to show how we are benefiting from these natural resources. And today we're talking about harnessing youth creativity, energy and leadership for climate change or climate action. And what about now we catch our breath a little bit by taking you to Kribi. We visit the Lobe River and waterfall in Kribi. We do not only see how magnificent that water body is, but we equally look at how it is impacting the community around and fostering community resilience. Excuse me, Echo Philbert is one young man who is benefiting greatly from the Lobe waterfall. Let's go meet him. 22-year-old high school student Echo Robert has developed a strong bond with this water body. The Lobe River in Kribi, South region of Cameroon, provides great means of survival to this first meal from a family of 11.
Ça m'aide beaucoup parce que d'abord dans ma famille, je suis l'aîné, puisque bon, celle qui est devant moi c'est une fille, donc elle, bon, je suis l'aîné de tout le reste. Bon, ça m'aide aussi souvent à envoyer un petit quelque chose à maman ou bien à papa, ou leurs petits besoins aussi, ça m'aide beaucoup.
During the weekends and holiday periods, Robert and his friends sell coconut juice to the myriad of visitors who come to enjoy the river and waterfalls empty itself into the ocean.
Pendant les vacances, comme ça, comme les vacances viennent bien là, beaucoup de touristes. Un peu de filles viennent un peu de partout. On reçoit beaucoup de touristes. Quand il y a beaucoup de touristes, j'ai aussi une bonne recette. Ça peut même aller au-delà de 10 000 quand il y a beaucoup de touristes.
Sold at 500 francs CFA per coconut, it takes little effort for them to get their business going.
Ça, c'est le barbecue. On coupe ça, c'est naturel, ça c'est trop. On n'a pas besoin de faire autre chose. On coupe ça comme ça, c'est frais. Ça, c'est. On cueille ça. Et c'est un arbre, on cueille. On grimpe. On grimpe pour cueillir ça.
Before the holiday runs out, Robert would have been able to prepare himself and his younger ones for school resumption. Echo Robert is not the only friend to the Lobe River, as this wonder of nature is a main source of income to many inhabitants in Kribi. From the fishermen to sand diggers, restaurant owners, plus boat drivers who offer an exquisite view of the waterfalls. The significance of this site to the people resonates a stronger call for proper management and protection of natural resources as these to ensure even more resilient communities. Mental conscious and join the fight against climate change. And we talk about joining the fight against climate change. You must not be at a large scale level. You must not be an NGO or an environmental scientist. Just as what Felicia said, that you should do it at your individual level to dispose of your waste properly. And when you do that, you are equally contributing to the fight. Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Nature's Corner over High Television, and I have here with me my humble guest, Motia Felicia, and we're talking about harnessing youth energy, creativity, and leadership to foster climate action. And we've had quite a lengthy conversation, and now I want to take a different dimension of the program. Felicia, I think that speaking about youth creativity, it is good that when we speak vaguely, we equally outline and highlight one particular case study that can be used as an example to other youth. You have been here speaking about climate actions, youth and climate action. You are a youth and you find yourself within the confines of Boya. What have you been doing as a youth to engage in climate action and foster the fight against climate change?
Well, thank you very much. Before I start this, I would like to use President Barack Obama quote, who says, "We are the first generation to experience the effects of climate change, and we are the last generation to take action." Okay. And that is what has been motivating me. Currently, I'm proud to say I'm the project coordinator of the project Regenerative Agriculture Hub. This is an innovative way of farming where we build farmers on how they can regain their soil fertility. They can increase their crop rate by 50%. And it may interest you to know that, and those that are watching me, that I'm proud to say that in Boya, I've trained over 400 peasant farmers on the production of organic liquid fertilizer and other regenerative agriculture best practices.
All right.
Not only that, also, it may interest you to know that Nkwa for Change Solution Organization, which I happen to be the co-founder, we are also running the project Mangrove Preservation and Restoration along the Cameroon coastline, where we have trained and also sensitize, educate over 4 communities on how they can preserve, protect their mangrove.
All right, I have interest in regenerative agriculture. That seems to be big book, or it may seem to be big book for some of my viewers who are watching right now. Maybe you'd want to explain in simple terms what regenerative agriculture is and how important is it?
Okay, regenerative agriculture, like I said, is an innovative way of farming whereby we have tried to question the way our forefathers were cultivating. I want to really explain this so that you get it right. Our forefathers at first, before they plant a crop like granules, they would till the ridges and make it to be too high as if it is a hill. But we have come to recognize that when they till it like that, they expose the soil. The organisms that are in the soil, they kill it off, which is not environmentally friendly. So we encourage farmers to go in for minimal tillage. We encourage farmers that they should learn to do the clearing, and when the grasses decompose, they plant rather than bush burning. Because when you do the bush burning, it kills organisms, and when it kills the organisms, that's how the soil loses its fertility, and above all, the smoke that goes up, you see how it pollutes the environment. So we encourage farmers on this regenerative agriculture best practices, such as minimal tillage, the clearing of grasses, not bush burning, also avoiding synthetic fertilizers, which is these chemicals that they pollute the soil. Do you know that the soil absorbs carbon dioxide? The soil absorbs carbon dioxide. Yeah. So these are the things that have been carried out, and we have a demonstration farm where we don't just talk and talk. We don't just do the training. We do the training and we practice it. We have our regenerative agriculture farm where we also cultivate some of this crop. We also apply all what we are telling farmers, that do minimal tillage, do mixed cropping, see how you avoid using synthetic fertilizer, go in for organic liquid fertilizer, which is climate friendly. And thank God these farmers are making use of all this.
All right, briefly, you'd maybe want to highlight somebody watching at home, maybe one mama has interest in this regenerative agriculture and wants to use this maybe organic fertilizers and the right farming techniques. How can they be part of it?
Okay, to be part of it is very simple. For publicity, I would say you get to High TV.
Okay.
Yeah, I cannot give my contact like that. Is it permitted?
Maybe you can give your social media handles,
okay,
your personal social media handles.
My personal social media handle, you can get to my Facebook account, which is Motia Njanjobeya Felicia, or you can reach to our regenerative agriculture page. Sincerely, just write there and I'll reply you within 2 hours, because I'm online 247. And if you want to get a training, if you want to train even a group of people, get to me. We do our training for free.
Okay.
We don't even ask money. It's just for you to organize yourself. We do all the arrangement and we do our training for free. So don't be afraid that we'll come and ask for money, that pay this, pay that. No, our trainings are for free. So get to me at the comfort of your home and I'll always be available.
All right, just before we wrap up the program, we are still about inspiring other youths to join in the climate call. And Felicia said earlier on in the program that when you start serving, at some point you will get the right opportunities to create bigger impact or better impact. And so I want to talk about the last opportunity in which you just had briefly, the Yali Regional Leadership workshop or conference that you went for in Ghana. Just tell us some of the things in which you learned from Ghana and from that fellowship that you're bringing back to Cameroon to implement.
Okay, what I've learned in Ghana is that it's good to communicate. We need to make use of our communication. We have to see how what we learn, we pass it on. Like I said, what somebody is hearing every day matters. So what I've learned is that you should make use of your communication. That is why I'm here, giving back to my community. See how I do what they call the COP. Mm-hmm. Giving back to my community. Okay. Community of practice.
All right.
Yeah, they call it COP, community of practice. So what I've learned is that we need to see how we give back by communicating. We need to see how we organize seminars, training, because if you don't train people, they will not implement such things. Like the training that I said that I've carried out, training on organic liquid fertilizer. I've learned that as I've come back, I need to expand some of this training. Why not make documentaries of how I can produce it and put it online so that people can learn and learn and learn. So I've learned a lot. Also, I've learned in Ghana, we visited places. Yeah, we had to visit natural parks, we visit biodiversity conservation research centers, which I've learned a lot. And also other fellows make me to learn other skills.
Like how to make poultry cassava peelings.
Just imagine. Those are wasting the cassava peelings. Please just contact me. I can now make use of cassava peelings to produce my briquette, and I'm in the process of learning how I can make use of plastic waste to produce my ties.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've learned a lot on this program.
Yes, and we equally have a young man here in Buea who produces ecological bricks through plastics. All we're trying to say is, as yet, we can take every action necessary, no matter how small, to join in and preserve our natural gifts and natural resources. Thank you very much, Felicia, for being a guest on the program.
Thank you very much for hosting me. It's a pleasure. I'm always ready and willing to educate my community, to give back to my community.
So just before we leave, any last words for the population?
Oh, the last word I will always say is that we are the first generation to experience the impacts of climate change, and we are the last generation to do something about it. Let's take action. Let's forget about the blaming game. We should not blame again, but rather let's take action and be solution oriented. Okay,
let's take action and be solution oriented. That is what Motia Felicia is telling us this particular afternoon. Just before we go, it is some kind of a routine that I play small mind games with my guests. It's just for us to create some awareness about some natural resources, but in a fun-filled way. Do you know this game we used to play when we're friends? Zinza, Zinza, oh my little uncle. Kakaberry. If you please. For example, name of aquatic animals. Be quick. Dolphin. Okay. Be quick. Dolphin.
Okay. Be quick. Crayfish.
Be quick. Humpback whales.
Be quick. Crabs.
Be quick. Tilapia fish.
Be quick. Am I not to say be quick? I missed the track.
I got you there. So of course now I'm sure you know some of the sea species we have, or aquatic animals we have. We mentioned the likes of humpback whales, dolphin, crabs, and prawns, crayfish, and all of that. And what about now? We are slowly coming to the end of the program. We're taking a jingle break. When we come back, we conclude the program. Welcome back, dear viewers, and of course, we're just wrapping up now with the program Nature's Corner right here over High Television. And just to reiterate to you some of the things in which we discussed today, we began the program by telling you that Kenya has instituted a public holiday or a special holiday starting this Monday, and that is Monday. Kenyans will engage in a tree planting exercise, and from this year henceforth, November 13 will be observed in Kenya as the National Tree Growing Day. And today on the program, we equally talked about youth and climate action, harnessing youth creativity, energy, and leadership. And we had a guest here with us, Motia Felicia. She's still with us in the house, by the way. And she has talked to us a lot about youth engaging in climate action. She talked about doing documentaries and engaging other youth through the social media. She talked about proper disposal of our waste and a whole lot of other things that she mentioned serve so you can be able to impact the community and gain better and higher opportunities. And that is just what I could round up for you. If you're just coming in now, sorry, you missed quite a lot, but of course you can still join us next week Thursday as from 3 p.m. because Nature's Corner comes every Thursday as from 3 p.m. and yeah, we discuss environmental issues and we connect you deeper with nature. My name is Jabi Kitty and I've had my amazing guest here with me, Motia Felicia.
Thank you very much. Please keep watching High TV.
Yes, keep watching High TV and stay glued to other interesting programs which will be coming to your TV screens. For now, we tell you bye-bye. Do well to take the rendezvous again next week Thursday.
I believe in Africa. I believe in Africa. I believe in Africa. I believe in you. I believe in Africa. I believe in Africa. I believe in Africa. I believe in you. Yeah. If we fall, we will rise again. Like the stars, we will shine again. We may cry, but we'll smile again. Africa will rise again. Yes, you can. Yes, I will. Fight my way through the storm. Yes, I can. Yes, I will. With the children of the future. Yes, I can. Yes, I will. It's your time to take control. Take control. What are you waiting for? Mama, mama, mama. We made it. We made it. Mama, mama, mama. We made it. We made it. Mama, mama, mama. We made it. We made it. Africa. I believe in Africa. I believe in Africa. I believe in you. Yali, yali, yali. Yali, yali, yali. Young African leaders. Young African leaders. Yali, yali, yali. Yali, yali, yali. Young African soldiers. Young African soldiers. Yali, yali, yali. Yali, yali, yali. Young African leaders. Young African leaders. Yali, yali, yali. Yali, yali, yali. Young African soldiers. Young African soldiers. Yali, yali, yali. Young African leaders. Yali, yali, yali. Young African soldiers. I believe in Africa. I believe in Africa. I believe in Africa. I believe in you. I believe in Africa. I